Hey there, I'm Amy Connell. I'm an NASM certified personal trainer who wants you to take a recovery day and a certified nutrition coach who wants you to enjoy dessert. I'm also host of the Graced Health podcast and author of the book, Your Worthy Body, Find Freedom in Health by Breaking All the Rules. I help women over 40 feel and function well so they can live balanced, sustainable, nourishing, and grace-filled lives. I had the opportunity to speak with Dave Paul, who is host of the Walking is Fitness podcast. Now, if you are interested in watching or listening to the entire podcast, you can find that anywhere you listen to audio or right here. These are 5 of my takeaways from my conversation with Dave Paul in regards to walking is fitness. Number 1, do what you enjoy. Dave actually started out as a runner. He would walk 1 mile, run 3, and then walk again. He realized, I actually enjoy the 1 mile walk at the end more than I like the 3 mile run. So he decided to cut out the run and just go straight into walking. He really moved and leaned into that joyful movement, which is so important in keeping us going in whatever it is that we want to do. Number 2, Dave tells us there is no bad weather, only bad gear. He ensures that he is, number 1, safe, but number 2, he will just make sure that he dresses for the weather. So prepare yourself to be ready for inclement weather, whether that's really extreme cold temperatures or, if in Dave's case, really wet and windy. He's in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, so he'll even deal with some tropical weather, and he definitely will just prepare for that with his gear. It's not bad weather, it's just bad gear. Number 3, timing is everything. What do I mean by this? Well, Dave is in his early 60s. He has 6 children who are all grown. So he has the time to get in his average of 20,000 steps a day. He will admit and recognize that when he was in the middle of raising his 6 children, he couldn't be able to do that. So it's important to respect the season you're in and respond to that in a realistic way, rather than comparing yourself to a situation that somebody else is in that really isn't where you are at all right now. Dave used his tracker to create what he called an all-day fitness lifestyle. What do we mean by that? Well, rather than being bound to what's on your wrist, whether it's a watch or a Fitbit or anything else, it's creating the mindset around, well, instead of sitting, can I walk? Dave gave the example of getting his car fixed, and rather than sitting in the waiting area for 15 minutes, he actually got up and just walked around for 15 minutes. So it's using that tracker to change your mindset about an all-day fitness lifestyle, not necessarily to be bound or tied to the goal of getting a specific number. And number 5, Dave calls walking slow fitness. It's very methodical. It's a little slower than running or your high intensity classes or anything like that. He shared that incorporating that slow fitness really allowed him to create more margin in his life. Having more margin is where you can experience some growth. For us, we talked about it being spiritual growth, but it can be personal growth or something like that. So when we slow it down, we can actually create the margin and the space to grow in whatever area that we are wanting to grow in. One of the reasons I loved having Dave on the show is this is a wonderful complement to the chapter in my book, Your Worthy Body, entitled, which is also a rule to break, Walking Isn't a Real Workout. So in this chapter, I dig into all of the reasons why it is actually a great workout and scientifically and research-based why it's so great for us. So this was just such a fantastic conversation. Make sure that you watch the full episode or go listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. And that's all for today. Go out there and have a graced day.